I'm looking for my international raids. Guys, this weekend belongs to none other than Scott McTominay. Can you imagine that Scott McTominay is a co-top scorer in the Euro 2024 qualifiers? Could you ever have imagined these players? What happens to these players when they join Manchester United? Is that this jersey too heavy? Is it too heavy on them? Guys, Scott McTominay becomes a Kevin De Bruyne of sorts, or a David Silva of sorts, when he puts on the Scotland jersey. And no wonder he was kept at Manchester United. Fulham was trying to sign him on the last day of the transfer window, but he said no. He turned down the offer, saying, I'm staying at Manchester United to fight. I hope this confidence that these players are building with their national teams can come and give them the right base to come and perform to the expectations of many in Manchester United. But anyhow, Hotspot, subscribe. It is a Saturday, and this one is always a chilled show. I mean, the space is small. I would have been standing and talking. I would have loved to do this while standing, but because it's the Hotspot, I've got to burn you a bit with some light. Isn't that better? Yeah. Good. Now let's get into it. So Scott McTominay scored the first of 3 goals for Scotland as they beat Cyprus by 3 goals to nothing in that Euro qualification game. Scott McTominay, meaning now, has got 6 goals in 5 games in these Euro qualifiers, meaning he's a top scorer in the qualifiers with 2, one a current red and another a former red. Romelu Lukaku is the former, has got 6 as well for Belgium, and Rasmus HOJLUND. So listen, our players are good. We've got good players, to be honest. The thing is, the pressure of playing for Manchester United is huge. Understandably, it gets too much on them sometimes. But guys, for me, I think this international break, I feel like might be different, because these players will return, and the fire, the hunger, the desire, everything around Manchester United players now, for me, points to one thing: that the players are fighting. They are fighting. The dressing room is beginning to look a bit together. I think I had comments from Victor Lindelof talking about the dressing room. Leave alone what you hear. Sancho as well. I think, guys, United is being prepared for good times ahead. Now, speaking of good times, there were good times for Bruno Fernandes, the captain, on his 29th birthday. What a way to mark your 29th birthday. I mean, Bruno scoring the 1 goal as Portugal did win in their game as well, and it's again another impressive performance from another Manchester United player. Bruno, guys, Bruno is underrated. He might be a little too much, and in terms of his antics and all, and this is why some people were complaining when he was made captain, because he's too much at times. But guys, this boy has got crazy stats for Manchester United. Bruno Fernandes' stats are crazy. He has played about 189 games, scored more than 50 goals, assisted at more than 60. So he's got over 126, almost 130 goal contributions for Manchester United. That's insane. This boy we haven't seen the best of him. When the team gets better, when the whole package gets better, I think, guys, we will see who Bruno is. For me, I'm watching him. Yes, he's 29, but I feel like his best might be a little ahead of him, ahead of us. We're about to see the best of Bruno Fernandes, most probably this particular season. After this international break, watch out for Manchester United. Watch out for Manchester United. And I will say it again. Watch out for Manchester United after this international break, because our players are burning. They are blazing hot. And and after that game against Arsenal, I felt like we looked good. So Brighton is stubborn. Our next opponents on the 16th of September. They're a stubborn opponent, but we can deal with them. Hotspot, subscribe. My name is Webb, as I continue to burn you with Manchester United news. Just telling you that Bruno Fernandes scored the only goal as Manchester United beat Slovakia by 1 goal to nothing in that Euro qualifications. Now Portugal are also cruising good. They are lying top of their log in the same group. Of course, they've got Luxembourg, the team they play again. They play on Monday back in Portugal. So 5 games, 5 wins for Portugal. Perfect start to Euro qualifications. 15 points to their name. Slovakia too have got 3 wins in 5. They are second, but we will care more about our skipper's side. That is Portugal, who are in a perfect run there in the build up to the Euro 2024. That is just around, of course, the corner. 2024 is just around the corner. It's going to be a busy year, 2024, by the way. There are the Euros, the Olympics. I mean, there's a lot for us to follow. And, you know, yeah, let's enjoy the year when it comes. Now, so Rasmus HOJLUND as well is doing good. He didn't score. He hasn't scored so far. I mean, he came off the bench. I love the fact that against San Marino he was rested and he came off the bench. Had a chance there, a good turn, and blasted the shot with his right outside the area, just at the edge of the box. That was the closest he got. But I mean, a good striker just needs to show us such little nice promising moments like he did in that game against Arsenal. So Rasmus HOJLUND, for me, I'm excited. I think I ticked him just like Casemiro did. We all ticked him. But question is, guys, what I was saying, we have good players, what I've proved, but I think things begin to stumble for them when they put on the United jersey. Because if you look at their national teams, Diogo Dalot played the full 90 minutes for Portugal in that right back, keeping a clean sheet there. All our players are top performers for their national teams, of course, except Baindil, who was an unused substitute for Turkey. But guys, what happens to these players when they put on our jersey? It shows you that the problem is perhaps not entirely the players, but the whole system at Manchester United, the whole project, the whole mess in terms of management, the lack of leadership and what have you, is what is making us look, our players look mediocre. But the truth is, we've got world-class players in that team. But how do we get the best out of them? Harry Maguire is a classic example. For England, he's a starter, out-and-out starter. In United, the jersey, I think, triples in terms of weight, and it becomes too much on him at times. But I think we are pushing in the right direction. I see progress in the right direction, which I think for me is what we should appreciate. The only one thing we are missing now is that one news, that one story, that one breaking one that all of us do hope for, that the Glazers are out, because surely they are the biggest of our problems. Of course, the 3 Lions I see, Maguire and Marcus Rashford, of course, for England. And by the way, Axel Tuanzebe has left Manchester United to join Ipswich. You can read details of that story in the scrolls. Of course, we wish him well. He didn't give us a lot, but nothing against him. He tried to serve, though it did not happen. But so, which red has impressed you the most in this international break so far? It's not done, by the way, but which red has impressed you the most so far? You can let me know, what you think. Who has impressed you? I've been, of course, Bruno Fernandes will always impress. For me, I've been mostly impressed by Scott McTominay, because I mean, he's one of those players that I think many fans will feel should be out of the club. Of course, not the way we want Maguire out, but and there were debates about him and Fred, who should go, who should stay. But of course, he's a bit younger, being 26, and my feeling is, if he can have the confidence, and of course the fact now that there is Sofiane Amrabat gives him some bit of competition, but also a bit of demand now goes a bit, the demand to work hard and do better goes a little higher. And for me, that's the kind of competition you want to create. And Erik ten Hag was very clear. He has always wanted to create that kind of competition in Manchester United in all departments. I feel like Scott McTominay, captain of Scotland, top scorer in the qualifiers, how he rose up and scored that goal, that first of the 3 they scored against Cyprus. I think it shows he has got the football in his feet, but for some reason, when these players are playing in the United jersey, they don't see that. They don't see the hunger. They don't seem to be confident, so they don't express themselves. But I felt like in the game against Arsenal, this improved. Now, Scott McTominay did not play, but now I'm talking generally about United players. I thought this improved in that game against Arsenal, and my feeling is when we do return from the international break and have some good, rhythm flow of games to get consistently time together, I think United will look good. And it's good that we've started slow. It's better you start slow, then you keep building throughout the season. That's what Man City does. They don't start so well, but my goodness, they build in the season, and by November, or even towards the end of the season, they are unplayable. They are unplayable, and I feel like we can do that. Every game we played this season, I felt like we're improving. I felt like players are looking more confident. I thought Harry Maguire was looking a lot confident against Arsenal when he came on. He was fitting into our template well. So for me, I've not got so much worry about United and how we'll look going forward. I think we have good players. I'm beginning to have faith in our players. Just the only issue is now the Glazers, not the players for now. Well, of course, issues with Antony won't go dwell so much on those. We've spoken about them at length. Let's focus on the positives, that our international Reds are doing us proud. Guys, I'm looking for my international Reds. Oh, the international Reds have been blazing hot, and trust you me, on the hot spot, we'll punt you with the updates. Guys, I will catch you later. By the way, how did I almost forget? Even Johnny Evans also scored for Northern Ireland, guys. So it shows you, man, confidence. A goal brings confidence in any player. When you score a goal, you're confident. So let's hope these players will build on this confidence when they do return to put on this beloved Manchester United jersey. Guys, hotspot, subscribe. I'll catch you later. It's just a morning update. Of course, more updates will be coming later. Just subscribe, turn on that notification, and let's keep burning you with Manchester United news for the love of the badge.